All right, so long and short position tool, it works the same for both, right? So long position. Let's say, once again, we back at that 700, right? That's our entry. Okay, 700. So you always want to, so let me say this. Once you go to it, I have mine saved in my favorites, so I have a little favorite bar here. You can do this as well, but it's here, right? So you go here, you see I have stars by it. So anything that you put stars by in any one of these tools, they'll be up here in your little favorite bar. And in this favorite bar, you can move it around wherever you want to put it. I put mine right here. I felt like this little empty space was the best space for it because it's out the way and it's easily accessible. So everything that I use, this is what I use mainly the most, right? All right, cool. So go here, click it. Once you click it, it's ready to go, literally. So what happens next is find your price point. Remember, we're going long and our entry is going to be 30,700, right? Because the reason why I say find your price point, because when you click it, it's going to be there. Now, when you raise, as you raise this up, you see the dollar amount is there, right? The target, this is points. This next number is ticks. And of course, that is the dollar amount. Let me slide it over a little bit. Slide over a lot, actually. All right, cool. So points, ticks, dollar amount. Now, how would you enter this trade, right? How would you, because remember, this is just an overlay. When you put this here, it doesn't mean if price comes, it's going to get you in. You still have to set the order. What this does is just helps you, if you're new, this will help you calculate everything a lot quicker, right? But the only thing about this is you got to get it and put it on your chart. Of course, before you're going to enter your trade. So if you need to be really, really fast, at some point, this may hinder you. But it's good to start out with and learn. And then over time, you want to practice on just doing the math in your head. All right. So how will we create an order? So you want to right click inside of this box. It don't matter if you right click here, 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 just anywhere inside of this entire box, just right click. And you're going to see create limit order. All right. Select that. Now you're going to hit create limit order. When you do that, this will always be this will always be selected. Got another window popped up. Hold up, y'all. All right. So this will always be selected, but you have to make sure that you select stop limit. If you don't select stop limit and you leave it here, when you go to initiate the order, it's going to automatically get you in the trade. So you have to hit stop limit. Then you notice you'll see all of your price points will be up here. Everything will be here, right? Then $241 risk, because I have 3 micros. You can even see right here, it even gives you your tick value. It's your order info. This is your tick value. And it even gives you your reward. The reward is $607.50. That's what you would make off of this trade if the trade was profitable. Here's your tick value. This will change as you change contracts. So you go 1, 50 cents, because 1 micro has a 50-cent tick value. 2, $1. You already know where I'm going with that. So when you change your contracts, these numbers change also. They're gonna correspond to the contracts that you put in there. We put 1. Now my reward is 202.50 and my risk is 80.50. We go 2, it's going to double, right? And it keeps going from there. So we're just going to leave it at, we'll leave it at, just for example purposes to make it easy, we'll leave it at 2 micros, all right? We made sure we know it when we set it up, it always goes here. That's just what it does, but you got to make it go there. You got to select stop limit. Then you hit buy, and now it's set. The parameters are set. Now, what does this mean? This means that if price is coming up, it's going to cross your stop loss. It will not initiate this trade. It will not initiate this order. The only thing that would initiate this order is when price crosses your entry. Once it crosses your entry, your stop loss automatically becomes initiated, and so does your TP. So this is a set it and forget it situation. Let's say there's a trade that you know you want to take, and let's say you gotta go, but you still want to take the trade, you can do this. You can do this and you can leave. Literally, just leave, go where you're going. You can do this, and you can do it with peace of mind. Very, very easy. So I'm gonna do it one more time I'm gonna do the short position tool. Just do the opposite and get through that. So we're gonna just do this. We're just gonna do the opposite. So we clicked it. We're gonna go 3,700. It's there. Let me move this around because I want to get to the exact price point. And you can just grab it and drag it. That's the thing too. That's what's so cool about this. Like it drags. All right, so there it is. So we're gonna bring this down. We're gonna put this back to 30 points. All right. And we'll leave risk to reward. We'll leave risk to reward right there at 36.50. I mean, TP at 36.50. Now, it already gives our risk to reward is 1.63. So it's a little over 1 to 1. It's like 1 to 1.5. So we'll make it 1 to 2. Or actually, yeah, we'll make it 1 to 2. But we'll do it this way instead. We'll do it like this. We'll bring our stop loss down. And as you see, as I'm bringing the stop loss down, you see this risk to reward is getting great. The reward is getting greater, right? Because our stop loss is what? It's getting shorter. So we'll leave it right there. 1 to 2, right? Now, same thing again. Anywhere in this box, right click. Create limit order. You see how it always jumps to limit. It gives you your price points, 5 micros. That means if I took this trade on the 5 micros, my risk is 225 and my reward will be 462.50. Now, once again, you have to make sure that you go and you change this to stop limit. And when you change the stop limit, okay, why is it not? It might be glitching. It's glitching. Because this should be already lit. Let me see here. We're not in a buy, we're in a sell. It's a sell order. All right, so it's glitched out because this right here should be highlighted in red. Let me go out. This happens, just go out and try again. Create limit order. There it is. Stop limit. I'm wondering if it's because this is the issue, but I don't think so because this should be setting. Okay. Oh, I know why. Because I'm above price. That's why. We got to do this below price because we're setting up a sell. I'm confusing the system. I'm confusing the system because we're setting up a sell above price. Then that wouldn't make any sense. That's why. My bad. So because we're selling, right? Because the system is like, how you setting up a sell above price? Like that don't make any sense for the system, right? The system's like, if you're going to be setting up a sell, it would be below price. So keep that in mind. All right. So let's do it. And we're going to use 535, 540, round number. All right, there it is. And stop loss is going to be at 565. Cool. And we'll leave our risk to reward at 495. All right, cool. Now, we'll write that giving us a risk to reward of 1 to 1.8. Not bad, right? All right, so we're gonna right click inside, create limit order. It always goes to limit. Make sure you click to stop. Make sure you click it. Make sure you select stop limit and all the parameters are set. If 252 risk is good for you and that doesn't stress your account out, then you can say, hey, take the trade. 252 should be good. Hit sell, the order's there. So as you saw, we had the issue because what? I was trying to set a sell above price and it confuses the system. So of course, if we're gonna be setting up a sell, that would have to be below price. And of course, if we're setting up a buy, it would have to be above price. So that was a little something I was able to learn at the same time. That was just me not paying attention. But that's why that's why that issue was happening. And there it is, and it's set. And once again, you will not get tapped into this trade. This order will not initiate until price crosses the entry. So price can cross this stop loss, you're good. It's not gonna take your stop loss and turn it into an entry. and then boom, and you're in there. Real simple. I hope that helps. And if you have any questions, just let me know. And boom, there that is.